Instagram, and as soon as that is up, we can get started.
All right, cool.
Okay, Instagram is up. Awesome. All right. Look at this impromptu stream.
I know, right? Love it.
Hotel streaming.
Hotel streaming. And
All
the
right.
sky is gray.
Who could forget everybody's favorite, Hotel California?
Woo! All right, look at this, dude. We're in the game already.
Yeah, we are.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Because I don't have the real theme song, just the canned theme from the country. Welcome back to Touchdowns All Day. I'm your host, Max Dawson. With me, John Barber. We are in hotels, so who knows what's about to happen. We might even have some room service delivered during this, John.
No room service on a holiday, they said. No room service.
Are you you're in Colorado?
I'm in Denver, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, John, we're just coming off of what to me is my favorite weekend of the Bisco year. Eclipsing New Year's, eclipsing everything else. To me, Pine Creek is like, it's the family reunion. It's the weekend at the lake house. It's like all the nostalgia, all that great stuff. So first things first, how was your Pine Creek weekend?
I loved it. I had the best time ever. I was just chilling. Like when you can walk back and forth from where you live to the stage in flip-flops, that's awesome. And then the band played super tight the whole time, which I thought was great. So, it was a total win.
So this was the first time in our 3 years of going to Pine Creek that you didn't participate in a lot of the activities. You were working.
I didn't have time.
Days.
Yeah, I have a lot to do. Albums being made, songs being made. People want to write. I get stuff to do. I got to answer emails. I got to make sure that producers are producing. I got to do all the stuff.
So take us through some of the stuff you were working on, because I feel like I saw you and Mazer spend some time.
Me and Mazer have a song that we're making together. It's been around for a while. We just never got around to it because he tours with the Dead and Co. and I tour with the Biscuits, so it's hard for us to link up. But it's pretty much done. We're just have to make a demo of it, so that we have to get together and make the demo. I don't like making the demo alone when I'm writing with somebody else if I can avoid it. So I want to be in the same room with them, so we make it together. That way his micro opinions are in the song. You know what I mean?
So were you guys actually doing some recording in the house?
Not really. I don't really have a great way to record on the road, but we will this week. This week I'll get a little setup because we have the lyrics pretty much done. I mean, this is a song that's kind of a sister song to In the End We Have Forever. It's a lot of the, Joey told that whole story. Joey told that story about seeing some of Mazer's lyrics and then using some of them to inspire him to write In the End We Have Forever and a couple of those lines. And essentially, we removed those lines from this song and put in new lines. And now we're kind of going back and forth about what the song means to us and what why we're singing it in the first place. We're real thematic. It's good.
I love that. I really enjoyed hearing Mazer's own demo of that, which was set to Funk Ditty, if I recall correctly.
Oh, yeah. You guys kind of know the song, right? Yeah.
The Touchdowns All Day faithful will recognize the story and the background, but it's great to hear that you guys are going back to it. And I'm really excited to hear the product of another collaboration between you and Mazer, because, God, that guy has a way with words.
Yep. He's got a definite. He has a lot of great lyrics in a lot of songs that he doesn't really, like, he wasn't the person who generally gets the credit for writing the songs. But when one of the songwriters that I write with, like for Falling or for for a lot of the space opera songs with Joey and stuff, like they'll call Mazer when they need a good lyric, and he never disappoints.
I'm being told to turn my mic up. I don't really know if I can.
I turned mine
Um,
down. I turned mine down. I think that'll accomplish this. Did mine go down?
I don't
I turned
know.
it
I
down.
mean, you sound normal to me and I sound normal to myself, but hopefully everybody can hear everything. Maybe I just need to choke up on it a little bit. But
There should be gain on that thing. Crack the gain a little bit on that thing.
on this little guy, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I could just be that it's highly directional and I'm not choked up enough. So, um, who knows? I mean, this is when we're doing this in the hotel. That's what happens.
Look at that
Um,
hair, dude. That hair, your hair's looking good. You're going out to
yeah.
dinner after this, huh?
I'm going. Somebody called it. I do. We have a dinner reservation after this. We're going to go out for a nice meal. I don't know about you, John. Well,
Fancy,
actually, this is your
dude.
life. I feel like I haven't eaten a vegetable in a very long time, and it's starting to
Good.
negatively impact my well-being.
Why? What do you need a vegetable for?
I don't know, like the regular operation of the human system, the excretory system in particular.
So, what do you need? Just
No,
drink some. No, just chia seeds in
chia
water.
seeds.
Yeah, chia seeds in water for about 20 minutes. Then mix it with some water and lemon and chia seeds. Drink that in the morning. Don't drink anything else. You'll be fine.
Okay, definitely
You
no
don't need
water.
any
We know.
vegetables after that. No.
Okay, Avery. He says no vegetables. All right,
Yeah.
cool. We're gonna get burgers then tonight. Um,
Yeah.
well, John, another thing that I know that you did over the weekend while we were out on the, Mark was on the boat, Magner and Avery and Dre and I went on the waterfall hike. You were holed up watching college football, and unfortunately, I think your season is over. Is that correct?
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the worst game I've watched in a long time. It was really boring, and I hate it when it's boring. And it was just like clusterfucky and stupid. And I don't like it when they can't tackle. Like when they can't tackle, it's like this isn't Alabama football if you guys can't tackle. So I'm going to watch pros this year. Is what I'm going to do. I made the decision. I make this decision every year. I just haven't had a podcast to talk about it on. But every year, I think I have mentioned it before. I can't do NFL and college in the same season. It's too much work. It's like all day Saturday, you got to follow these games. And then Sunday, it's like a whole nother all day that you got to follow all these other things. It's too much fucking work for me. I have to pick one or the other. And I generally pick Alabama because they're the best. They're so much fun. The
Yeah.
Nick Saban years were fun. And then, who cares about what's going on in the pros, really? And then, you know, last year it flipped. Last year the Eagles were ridiculously good. It's all Alabama kids anyways, so it feels very down home for me, and so I'm just going to root for the Eagles this year. We'll talk NFL this year. Alabama's going to go 0-12 cuz they're not going to fire this coach, and he's 10 years ago, like 15 years ago, they would have fired after the first loss, there would be 400 for sale signs on the guy's front yard. Yeah, they don't even do that anymore. It's not the same chutzpah as it was 10
So,
years
John,
ago.
people want to know though, what's your NFL team? Because everybody knows you grew up in Jersey, and if I recall correctly, you were originally a Giants guy, but you're talking Eagles now. Are you on the Eagles
Well,
bandwagon?
I mean, at this point, I've lived more years in Philadelphia than I've lived in New Jersey. So I just feel like I'm like an Eagles fan at this point. You know what I mean? The Giants are not a team. Like, they're not a team. They threw me in jail, one. Two, they're not a team. And three, my kid loves the Eagles. So like, what am I supposed to do? Like, that's
Yeah.
it. That's the done situation. People get so crazy about sports, and I get it. Like, sports or whatever, but you know, I don't follow. I don't like check in with that mindset as much. I don't think.
Well, we had a request, John, for your weekly college football picks. Now that you're not going to be following, do you still think you're going to want to do the picks? I mean, just because your team is out doesn't mean you can't give people advice on where to put their money every week.
Well, I would do it in the NFL if we're going to do it. I'll
Okay.
do it in the NFL. Yeah,
All right.
I
Maybe
can
we'll do
only
some
follow
NFL
one league or
picks.
the other. Like, it's at the point now where like I go into YouTube and YouTube's like showing me videos I would normally watch about college football, and I just scroll right by them because I'm like, I
Damn.
don't,
Wow.
I can't, don't have time, can't even look at it, don't have time.
John, the story people want to know though. You got locked up at a Giants game. What happened?
Yeah, I got locked up by Giants fans, so I was wearing a jacket that was a little too teal for them. It's the only
Oh,
blue jacket I owned, and they're playing the Carolina Panthers. So I basically looked a little Carolina for them. And I like to
okay.
stand up at a football game. Like I like to stand up. And in at Giant Stadium, they're all like 90 years old and nobody stands up. And so everybody was really mad at me for basically standing up and trying to watch the fucking game. And so the whole stadium is watching this argument between me and the people behind me, right? The whole stadium is watching because there's nothing going on in the game. And then it's like literally we're like right in the flat part of the seats, right in the middle of the flat part of the seats. So those are great seats at Giant Stadium. It's right above the football players. So you don't want to go too close to the field. You want to be 25, 30 rows up in the middle section. Those are the best seats for the game, unless you're in like some fancy box or something.
Yeah.
And so I'm right where I want to be. And then a couple seats behind me are these like regulars who are, they won't, everybody around me sitting down. It's snowing. I want to stand up and watch the football game. So I turn around and this guy's like yelling at me to sit down. They're yelling, sit down, sit down. I'm just like, I turn around and I'm like, I have my like hoagie in my hand and I'm like, my arms are all like, I'm like, give me a break. I'm trying to watch the game. Like, just stand up or just look around me. Like, what's your problem? And dude hits me right in the face with a snowball. Right in the face with a snowball. And for the whole, you heard the whole stadium went, ooh. Yeah. The whole stadium groaned. Yeah. I think they even said something over the PA system like, that had to hurt. And then, you know, it was embarrassing for me. I was embarrassed. And I was literally the only person standing in the whole stadium. I guess I should have sat down. But I don't know. The only reason they all sit down is because they're 110 years old. So I was like, you know, if you go to a normal football game, if you go to an Alabama game, they stand up. They sit down, stand up, sit down.
Yeah.
It's like, it is what it is. Like, you're not there. If you want to sit down, go home and watch it on your 78-inch TV or whatever. So I was a little pissed, right?
Yeah.
You know how you get a little embarrassed, then you get pissed, and then blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I was in that cycle. And I'm sitting there, I'm finishing they do have a really good sausage and pepper bratwurst sandwich there. So I'm finishing that bratwurst sandwich, and I'm like plotting. And I start like making snowballs in front of me and collecting them. And so everybody's sitting down. So I'm down, and I'm in the snow, and I'm collecting snowballs. Like, and I made this huge pile of snowballs. And people are standing up on occasion. So it's not like so weird that I was standing up. There are some stand-up, sit-down moments. And so I waited and I waited. And then I found my moment, which was right as everybody stood up. I stood up with everybody and I had all these snowballs in my arm. And then the second everybody sat down, I turned around and pelted the group. Snowball after snowball after snowball after snowball after snowball, right?
Oh my God.
I crushed him. I just littered him with snowballs. Him and his ugly daughter or whoever it was. Terrible, terrible people.
His terrible, ugly children.
Him and his snaggly asshole friends that he was sitting around with. I pelted them all. And then, of course, they get up immediately and go get the usher, and they're like, "Did you see what happened?" Blah blah blah. This for the next 10 minutes arguing with the usher, and then the usher comes down with like 3 other ushers. And I should have pieced out, but I didn't want to run away, so I was just sitting there, and they like took me out of there. When they took me out of there, the whole stadium was like, "Whoa!" You know, because the game was like 0-0. So
this was the most exciting part of the day for everybody.
Yeah. And then they took me out. They threw me in the drunk tank. I was the only person in the drunk tank I think I was sober at the time. So I was the only person at the drunk tank who had any alcohol that day. And these people were wrecked, dude. They were like, there was one guy who was like, you know, sometimes people, they stand up, they just move. And he smelled like vodka and Greyhound bus stations. It was so awful. It was off the charts. So that's why. And then I didn't go to Giants game for a while. because I
Okay,
was
that's
not allowed
probably
to.
the only time someone has been removed from the game and put into the drunk tank, only to have one of their songs played as the sting going into the commercial on the NFL on Fox
Right.
coverage. So
Yeah,
it was like,
exactly.
as you were being
Exactly.
ushered down, you and I was actually
I
playing
know.
out into the
Uh,
commercial.
that's probably what it. Yeah.
Okay, I just want you guys all to appreciate that was what we call in the business a segue. Because
Mm,
you and I, at the
yes.
Ardmore, you played it
Twice.
again
Yes.
at Pine Creek Lodge.
It's easy.
You're bringing back 2009, John. You
Yeah.
and I, mirrors, fish out of water. It's like
Yeah.
turning the clock back 15, 16 years. How did it feel to dust off you and I?
Well, I always thought You and I was this really hard song to play for some odd reason. I don't know why I thought that. And when we were playing it, it's easy. It's just this little thing. Like now that we just play these like liquid fluid sets that never stop, no commas, right? Like we can just jam in and out of You and I like it's nothing. So I liked it. I thought it was fun. Vocals are cool. It's a nice like rock and roll moment during the show, which is always good.
Yes, it definitely hit hard in that first set, second night at Pine Creek. We have so much to talk about because we haven't even talked about the Ardmore, the Bisco Sixer, 6 nights at the
Mm.
Ardmore. I picked out a few of my favorite clips. I've been dying to talk to you about those shows. You just said a moment ago, we don't play with commas anymore, but for those shows, Joey and Mark put together 6 set lists that were so unique and intricate. You had a palindrome night, you had commas in unexpected places, endings and beginnings, you had bust outs, you had epic performances of the heavy hitters. It was, by all accounts, one of the most successful enterprises that the Disco Biscuits have done in their 30 years. You guys rose to the occasion. The fans rose to the occasion. The Ardmore rose to the occasion. They put a banner up for you guys. So let's just break down the Ardmore a little bit because this is something I feel like that we'll be talking about for a long time.
Well, 6 nights, 4 sets a night, pretty much. Then you have to do this. It's like 9 hours of guitar playing. It's like 14-hour days. So it's basically like being on the set of a movie. It was beautiful out. The weather was great. So I was home with the fam every day, which was really cool. So it's a mission accomplished for me. It's like the whole point was to do that. But playing 6 shows with no repeats, with just like all kinds of busts out and stuff like that, that was really fun. That was cool. I could see us doing something like this again. Maybe like at a different location. Maybe we do it at a Pine Creek or something like that. Or like Hawaii, or my vote is always Brazil. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen. And yeah, it was killer. We broke in a lot of new songs. We played the Dream Journal, the first Dream Journal ever. You know, I
Yeah.
liked it. I liked it. I feel like we could do it with one less set. Like honestly, we could do like maybe a no VIP version of it. I know people love the VIP, but we could
Oh,
do
you were doing VIPs through the entire thing
yeah,
as
whole
well. So
time. Yeah, which
three
was
sets a
insane. That
night
was
by
insane.
6 nights. Yes, that is a
Yeah,
lot of music.
yeah. It's a lot of music.
Well, the nice thing is you would have never known that you guys had done that much because by night 6 you were still bringing it. You finished up
Yeah.
on that set with the crazy Caves of the East with the Cheers chorus played through. Then Tom Hamilton came out. You ripped a Shelby and a Freeze with him. You guys ended really
Mm.
strong. But I mean, hell, you started really strong. Arguably, some of the best playing was on the first few nights. And I brought a few clips from those first few nights. I was hoping we could play them back, John, and hear a little
Yeah.
bit about them because I was really blown away. It was not just for the people who were there, but for everyone who was listening to the streams. It was just like a week-long festival of Bisco. And I know the Ardmore was very happy with everything. They were posting a lot on social media. And I responded on one of theirs, well, if we ever do that again, bring the podcast, bring the side projects, bring the fan bands, make it a week-long festival of Bisco and just blow it out because everyone who was there, whether they were there for one night or like John Politis doing all 6, only said it was one of the best experiences of their lives. From the popsicles to the music to the crowds to the faces and the friends, everyone came away really happy.
Mm. Love that. Love that. Yeah. I love that.
All right.
I mean, it was a really good time had by all. Band played great. So, it was very structured biscuit shows. I thought it was going to be when we booked it like way looser, but it was very structured and it was good.
Well, let's start out with a clip from the first night. This is from the first set. The first night, you guys opened up with helicopters into Piling It High, into Risky Business. And I wanted to listen to a little bit of the space between Piling It High and Risky Business. Chat, let us know how the levels and the volume is. adjust my mic. People said they were having trouble hearing me before when I was talking about the music, but whoa, okay.
You gotta turn the music down when you
Thank
talk.
you.
Yeah, I got it.
John, I thought that Magner was playing differently at the Ardmore. Fewer risers, if any. Fewer downshifters. Kind of a back to basics approach. They gave you a lot of space to really shine. Was that a conscious decision on the band's part to change up how you approach those shows, or was it just something that kind of happened in the moment?
Oh, totally conscious decision. Totally conscious. We're trying to get everybody in the band to play less notes and more pocket behavior, and just like kind of let the band come together easier, faster, and better. And I think that we're working on other things too that kind of like give it, because the problem is if everybody plays simple stuff, then when does everybody get the chance to shine? You know, and we're like addressing both of those factors at the same time. Make it simpler, but also have the ability for people to kind of go off and find stuff and shine and be cool. We've mixed that in a little bit more aggressively than we were doing before. So we'll trade off much faster, like almost like back-to-back trade-offs. Me too. I love double kicks.
Risky Business is, right now, probably your biggest song. I feel like every time Risky Business gets trotted out, it dominates the entire show.
Risky Business?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. I never would have guessed that.
Risky Business and Veteran Doses, to me, are neck and neck for Song of the Summer.
Wow. Play it all the time. How
Well,
about
John,
that?
you acted surprised when I said Risky Business, Song of the
I
Summer.
still
I mean,
am.
it's getting that Saturday night second song, second set slot very often. What are you feeling? What songs in the repertoire right now are really doing it for you?
I mean, I think Better in Doses definitely. I think Postcards doing it for me right now. I think that the like we did Postcard Jungle 2 nights ago. It was so wild and it was totally out of nowhere. It was completely just on the spot improv.
Yes.
The whole band, the whole song. We weren't even supposed to be in jungle at that point. We were just lost. We were lost, and that's what happened. Um, and I just feel like that's creating some great stuff. Um, I don't know. It depends on the criteria, I guess. Like if it's which song are the fans like singing along with the most. I don't know if I would consider those two songs. But if it's which songs are creating the best jams, I could think of both of those two songs. I think Risky Business is the most fun song to play out of all the songs.
Yes.
Because I feel like the line "When the danger has grown, like a hurricane blowing," like, and I actually like for some reason can picture the hurricane at that time. It's like a
Yeah.
weird musician thing, you know what I mean? You have to think of weird stuff while you're up there.
Well, over the last few nights, I'll say you definitely had a lot of fun during Dino Baby. If anyone was
Yeah,
at the show last
yeah.
night, during that first set, Dino Baby, you and I were pogoing in unison. I thought we were about to hit the sky. That was so much fun. But there were so many moments over the last few weekends, over the last few shows this last weekend and at Ardmore where people were saying, Barber looks so happy. You just looked like you were having fun. Not to say that that everything was perfect at all times, mics
Mhm.
don't work, guitars don't work, things happen. But there were so many moments where you just looked like the biggest smile on your face, like you were just where you wanted to be right then and there. And that's what,
That's cool.
yeah, that's when
Well, we're
the
singing
band
really
sounds
well.
best.
We're singing really well. Aaron is really upped his. Aaron's really been killing the vocals. He's been holding me accountable on the vocals, which is nice. Because then I don't have to hold myself accountable. You know what I mean? And then the guitar is just so dialed in right now. Like I don't. Last tour, I was like feverishly trying to figure out the guitar every night. Now I just show up and play. Like it's good.
Yes.
I make little changes here and there, so there's stuff changing all the time, but it's not like a matter of like life or death like it was last tour or the tour before.
It
So
seems
I feel
like
good.
Gibson and the Black Parker
Yeah.
are really the main rotation now, although you still see some other things cycle through. But the PRSs are no longer getting a lot of stage time.
Well, no, the PRS is getting new pickups.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that guitar will be back. I mean, it's a beautiful guitar. It's just not playable now. We're putting new pickups in it, and I think it's going to match. The problem with that PRS is it doesn't match my other guitars very well. It's like, oh, there's that guitar, and then there's, like the other guitars kind of sound a little bit alike, but the PRS is on its own island. So we're going to switch the pickups and get different pickups,
Cool.
which we do all the time. We've done that with almost every guitar, so it's pretty normal.
And you and Nick are feeling good about the new, what is it, the Lucid modeler that replaced the Line 6 Helix?
Oh, the Fractal modeler, yeah, yeah.
Fractal.
I love the Fractal. It's great. It's really.
Okay.
I mean, I
Very
love the
good.
Helix too, but the Fractal is just it's just the Bentley of modelers. You know what I mean? Like the Helix is like a Ferrari. It's great. It's fast. Looks good. But if you want that comfy plush thing, you got to go to the Bentley.
Well, one moment from the Ardmore run where I wasn't even necessarily watching the video. I was listening in the gym to this. I couldn't see your face. I couldn't see the crowd. But based on what I heard, it sounded like everyone was having an extraordinary amount of fun. That is from night 2. You opened up Munchkin, 7-Eleven, and then this jam.
Oh yeah, I've heard this. Yeah.
And this I put into the category of the Matt Butler Camp Home Again jams. that jam we listened to with Matt Butler that then later on became the kind of way to get into Postcard. But here you defied expectations and went into a very unexpected place with it. this segment reminds them of the DuckTales song.
Yeah, I get it.
Comment?
It's similar. It's similar, yeah. I mean, it's very happy. It's there tempo-wise. Yeah, it's close. Oh, yeah, it's good, yeah.
Such
There
a
it is.
fun segue. So unexpected. Of all things that I thought that was going into, I could have heard like a By the Time, obviously Postcard, but then to slide it into that like dark, slinky Park Avenue, and just
Mm,
loved how you started playing the little Park Avenue riff while the band was still going over those other changes. That's exactly like to
mm.
me the consummate example of the summer of 2025 sound of when the band is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, it's crazy that that worked. It's crazy. That was totally. I don't know what changes those were. As far as like that wasn't planned. We're not trying to do that. I just think that the band's been applying changes in these situations a little bit, like kind of heavy-handed a little bit because we're jumping on them so fast. You don't have to like. We used to have to softball them in, bring in a little bit, and then bring it a little more, and let everybody like get used to what's going on. Like oh, changes are coming in. Oh, let me get one chord, and then we add a chord. Now it's just the. I mean, Magno will go full sauce on any chord progression at any point in time, and then if Mark jumps on it like that and nails it
Yeah,
just by his ear, then essentially you get that like chord progression moment. And I mean, both of these jams are like song quality. Like, where's Joey? Like, these are song quality moments, and the fact that the Park Avenue lick fit in there so nicely in those changes was just that was my favorite part because I'm always confused about how to enter the Park Avenue song. With that lick, it's so over the top compared to everybody else's in this do 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 thing, and I think it worked there. Yeah.
that was really fun, creative way to get into Park Avenue, a song that we haven't heard for a while, but it felt like you guys have been playing it all the time by the way you took us through that one. Um, you know,
Mm-hmm.
obviously only so much time, so many jams to get to, and we'll have plenty of time because after you finish with this next run, so you've got Wednesday, Buena Vista, Thursday, you and Magner, mostly acoustic at Ophelia's in Denver, Friday,
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, and Sunday at the Mish, September 5th, 6th, and 7th. Then you're off the road until Halloween. So we'll have plenty of time to go back to the Ardmore, go back to Pine Creek, and also to all these other Between the Trees shows and roll back some of the highlights and amazing jams that you guys have been putting out there. Let's just speed round, John, and get us up to this past weekend. So you
Mm-hmm.
finished the Ardmore. You had like a day off. Everyone had to get themselves to Salt Lake City,
Mm-hmm.
and we got there. And I don't know if people can tell, we both got a tune up. You and I, we went in, we got our swig, Botoxed, we took
Mm-hmm.
nitrous and ketamine at the dermatologist's office while having a coconut cream swig. Then you guys
Delicious.
went out there, played an amazing show at the complex. Really
Mm.
fun show. And I wanted to we're not going to listen to any clips from that show. I wanted to talk about a few highlights from it, though. Specifically, the big fake out on the bassist ending where you dropped into that jigsaw at the end of the first set, which had everybody's jaws on the floor. Nobody knew what to do. Very, very cool. But then in the second set, you played Dream Journal. And I had this observation, and that is in a place like Salt Lake City that doesn't get a lot of biscuit shows and where people probably are not as clued into the repertoire and the new songs and the old songs and stuff like that. You've got a lot of people there who maybe are hearing the biscuits for the first time or have heard them just on Nugs a few times or something like that. So I always
Mm-hmm.
like going to those shows, and Joey Friedman compared it to Chico or San Luis Obispo. You watch how people who have no idea what they're hearing respond, and you take some information. It's a little focus group. The people in Salt Lake City went apeshit over Dream Journal. They didn't know basis from Jigsaw, from Iman. But when Dream Journal played, these people who might not have been able to name a single song perked up and started throwing down. So wanted to
Mm-hmm.
this is a long roundabout way to getting you to talk a little bit about how you're feeling about Dream Journal now that you've got three performances of it, under your belt.
It's It's so good. Like, what's bad about it? It's so good. The demo is fire. The lyrics are fun. It's fun to sing. The chorus is great. I'm happy about it. I'm happy. But I feel this way after every new song. Definitely feel this way about Scars and all these other songs that we've been putting in. It's good to keep the quality up. And I don't know, the demo of Dream Journal is particularly the thing we played on the live 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
I just love the way the demo sounds, like even unmixed as it is. It's just like people are like saying, "Oh, it sounds like Kraftwerk or whatever," and it's like, yeah, we spent 4 hours on it. That's it. We didn't like tweak it. We didn't mix it. That's 4 hours of work. That's what it is. From nothing. From nothing. From let's write a song. What are you thinking? To this is it. This is it.
Yeah.
So I love the system. I love it when we can do something really good, really fast, and yeah, it's cool. There's other songs too. We haven't gotten a chance to get around to them because we learned fish out of water instead.
Well, that's our next topic. So, uh, you get out to Pine Creek. We get set
Mm,
up. It's like a
yeah.
homecoming at this point. We've got, I am gonna ask though, did you not get the burgers from the little burger stand? Did you
I
miss
didn't
out?
go. No, I missed out this
John.
year.
Oh,
Everybody talks about how good they are. What's the big fucking deal? It's a burger from 1989. Who cares?
that's what I'm talking about. It's a burger from 1989.
All right,
The
okay,
corn
okay.
dogs.
I don't eat the
Avery
corn
got the
dog.
corn dog. We got the fried pork sandwiches. Magner got the fried mushrooms and the onion rings. Avery got a chocolate shake. I mean, I got the double cheeseburger. Nothing hits when you're out there in Montana in early September like that burger place. You all have to hit it up. But okay,
I
let's
mean,
just get to that.
can I just say real quick what my problem
Yes.
is?
Hmm.
I don't like onion rings anymore. That was my whole thing. That was my whole self pitch. You know how you have to like
What?
talk yourself into stuff?
You convinced
Well,
yourself you don't like onion rings, or you convinced yourself you
I
like
just
them?
can't convince myself that I still like them. I can't convince myself that while I'm eating them that it's good anymore. I don't know what happened. I used to
They're
love onion
so
rings.
good.
Did they not? Is this like a Mandela effect where like they don't make them the same way anymore? Or is the breadcrumbs aren't the same? Do I need the breadcrumbs flown in from Long Island or something like that?
It could be that. Yeah, you need seed oils. They're not using seed oils anymore, but you
Yeah,
only like
that's
the
right.
the onion rings with the seed oils. Yes,
Yeah, those are the
we're
good
talking
ones.
about Mark's In and Out, not affiliated with the In and Out franchises.
Right.
It's just a great, it's just like the typical place that you had in your town growing up, where you'd like go after Little League or something like that. It's just pure nostalgia. It's part of the reason why
Yeah.
I have a terrible stomach ache for the last few days. But so the third night, John, let's just get to it. You guys come out for the encore after an amazing show, after an amazing 3 nights, and you play a song that I don't think anyone thought they would ever hear again. Let's talk a little bit about, and we'll listen to it, but before we do, talk a little bit about the decision to bring back Fish Out of Water.
I mean, it was all the other guys. I had nothing to do with it, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, they love a huge rotation of songs. They just love it. They love playing 200 songs in 2 months. It's just like they love it. They never want to hear the same song twice ever for any reason. And so I kind of expected at this point, and at least I have some wiggle room at a place like Pine Creek where I have like a spot where I could go and like do and sing. I have to like sing Fish Out of Water a few times because there's like some weird chords in there and you have to sing over the chords correctly or it doesn't
Yeah.
it sounds a little goofy. So I don't want to do that. So we learned it the first night, and then we basically I just the next day I shedded it all day and then we came out and crushed it. It's an easy song to play. We made a different version of it. We freed up everybody to like get out of that album mode for the song because we want it to be dancier and bigger and stuff like that. So I think Fish Out of Water could be a huge vehicle for future happiness. That this was the debut. I haven't listened to it yet though, so I got to check
Well,
it
we're about to. Before we do though,
out.
John, you definitely listen to the version of Fish Out of Water performed by internet star Just Tatum.
Oh yeah, it's amazing, amazing. Do I have to bleach my hair now with that guy? Does that?
I think that the
Why did
move
I
is
say
to
that?
bleach your hair.
Why did
I think you're already in. You committed to this. You have to do it now.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, check out our friend the Unce's Instagram account. He's got links to all of the Just Tatum performances of Biscuit songs. He's got Jamelia up there as well. And we haven't confirmed this yet, but we were in talks with Just Tatum, Justin, to come on the podcast, talk a little bit about what he's doing, about his music. Side note, speaking of our friends in the internet influencer celebrity world, we saw our friend I Don't Give a Fuck Foods in Salt Lake City backstage. He came back. It was great to see Mike. Thank you for coming out, Mike. It was a great hang. Okay, let's just get to it, John. Let's give the people what they want. Let's give them Fish Out of Water. What a fun way to end the show. Well, to almost end the show because there was a great little lie after that. But John, if fish out of water can be back in the rotation, is it too much to ask for a strawberry girl?
That's a whole nother can of worms, honestly, because Strawberry Girl we rewrote into another song called All for a Girl, which potentially was better, but then we never made it because like the band kind of broke up at that point. So I don't
Well,
know. I don't even know if the other band members even know about it. Like I did it with Lancer. Um, it was one of the first songs that Lancer and I did together. Lancer and I did Runaway into the Night, Bombs, Stars in the Sky. Um, what other songs do we do? There's one more. Um, I don't know. I think there's one more, but yeah, we changed Strawberry Girl around. You know, who knows? Who knows? I don't know which one to do. I always thought the music to Strawberry Girl was really beautiful and fast and fun and
yeah.
cool. So I don't really have a problem with it. It's just the fan base like hated it at the time. So I don't know why we would bring it back, but they'll put it on a list eventually. But why don't we just enjoy Fish Out of Water for a little bit?
I
I would
think
like
we'll
to play
do
that
that.
song a couple more times.
I think we should. We should all enjoy that and be grateful that we got it back.
I
Be
feel like it sounded
grateful.
pretty good, but I feel like there's going to be a better version. I feel like that was
Yeah.
good.
Well,
That
I
was
mean,
good.
that was your first time in something
Yeah,
like 684 shows.
yeah.
So it had been a minute. So very grateful for that song's return. Very grateful for an amazing weekend of Bisco in the mountains at Pine Creek. Again, guys, we can't sell this hard enough. I had a couple people come up to me over the weekend, John, and say, "You and Barber talking about Pine Creek on the podcast is what did it for me. I hear you guys talk about
Mm,
how amazing it is, and it lived up to the hype." So
mm.
don't take our word from it. Ask your friends who've been, and I'll see you guys all out there next year. John, my last show for the foreseeable future. I don't know when I'm going to see you guys again. So I'm glad we went out on a high note like that.
Totally.
Very, very nice family reunion kind of weekend out in Livingston. Well, I promised Avery I would be done by 8 because she wants to eat. So we're going to
Got to
go
get
do
food.
that. And
Do
John, you need
it.
to rest. You need sleep. You have more shows coming up.
Yeah, I got stuff. I got my plans for tonight. I'm gonna do something cool with something I'm making on the computer with some new music. So I'll do
Very
my thing.
exciting.
I like
Can't
these
wait to
nights
hear it.
off where I get to just chill in the hotel and just like hang out and make tunes. This is fun for me.
Well, enjoy your night off, and we will all reconvene here next Monday, hopefully, unless John needs
How
a
good is
break. Wait,
this?
wait, is there a show next month? No, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll all get together maybe on Monday and talk about what went
Yeah,
down at the Mish.
for sure, for sure.
Guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you for spending your weekend with us, spending your night with us. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Make sure to sign up, subscribe for the YouTube channel if you haven't already. 424-666-SIYD at Touchdowns All Day, at Barber Shreds, at FY Maxwell. You know the drill. We love you guys. Thanks for coming out. On behalf of John Barber, we'll see you next time, guys.
See you, everybody. See you at the Mish.